Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Emerald Patriot and thank you for joining me in my first ever YouTube video. There's a couple of things I want to go through before we actually start this introduction video. Firstly, a big shout out to the boys winning the Super Bowl this weekend. Patriots champions again! Hawks, I'm sorry guys, it was a close game. It all came down to that last throw from Wilson. You know, you guys played well. I felt really bad for Wilson when he threw it, but he is such a promising young quarterback. I know you guys are going to have plenty of championships in the future. Okay, so that was point number one. Point number two. This is my first video. I'm still adjusting to all of this. All the software that I'm using is new to me. So any hiccups we have along the way, I'm going to apologise for them now. I know eventually I'll be able to identify where the issues are and sort them out in the future. I know one issue we definitely are going to have is going to be sound. The reason I know this is because I'm using a very basic microphone and I'm not in the best place for acoustics. So let's get on with it. This video here is actually serving as an introduction to a series of videos that I'm going to be creating for a game called Infinite Crisis. Infinite Crisis is a MOBA. It's been developed by Turbine and is based around the DC universe. Now, I'm going to try and simplify this for those of you who didn't understand what I just said, but I'm not going to go too much into it. The DC Comics universe is part of what's called a multiverse. And basically what that is, in this universe, if you make a decision, or when you make a decision, it's going to create this universe where you made the opposite decision. Now, this can have some big differences in the universes. So, this one here, we discovered electricity. Awesome. This one here, we didn't, and, you know, sticking with the DC theme, let's imagine Nolan's Batman films without electricity. Batman wouldn't have had all those cool gadgets, or they would have been vastly different. He wouldn't be driving the Batmobile, he'd be driving the Bat, horse and cart. So that's a big difference. Or there could be a subtle difference. In this universe, you took your lunch to work, you enjoyed it, it was tasty, all is well. This universe, you didn't take your lunch to work, it got mouldy, and the other half beat you with a stick to make sure you remember it in the future. So that kind of sucked. So it could be a subtle difference, because that there is not going to have any impact on the world, but may have an impact on the person. So someone's characteristics could be slightly different. That's basically what the multiverse is, guys. Just a series of different universes that just keep popping up and appearing. You know, it's much worse than herpes, the way these things are popping out and spreading. But that's basically what that is. Now, a MOBA, I'm sure many of you know, who at least know gaming, what a MOBA is. They have taken over the community game industry. It's crazy. There are all these esport tournaments, which are gaming tournaments, where you can win just crazy amounts of money. I'm talking hundreds of thousands, millions, you know, for getting a team together and playing a game. It's entertainment. It's unbelievable how big this industry now is. But don't worry. I know there's going to be a few of you out there who don't know what a MOBA is. And I have pulled all of my resources together and have actually managed to get a high-tech presentation made just for you guys who don't know what MOBAs are. So, let's roll it. Welcome to the Patriot School of the Damned, Advanced MOBA Lesson number 1. Okay, so very basically, what is a MOBA? Well, it's played between two teams. In this instance, we're going to have what was meant to be blue team, but is more purple. So we're going to have Blurple team, and we are going to have red team. I don't know what it is with the whole red and blue teams always hating each other, but you know what, if it makes them happy, it makes them happy. So you can probably guess this, but both teams start in their own base. So Blurple team in Blurple's base and red team in red's base. The bases are connected by lanes. You all know what a lane is. Depending on the map, it could have multiple lanes. So it could just have the one. Some cases it will have two. Whoa. Other cases it will have three, even though that one just seems like a long way around. But the most I've ever seen in a MOBA is 5 lanes. One or two might have more out there, I just haven't played them. For the sake of this though, we're going to stick to the 3 lanes because that's what I'm going to be playing on more often than not. Now, within each of these lanes you have these little things, and what they are nodes. In Infinite Crisis I believe they're called turrets. Other games they could be called hubs, but you know what, it's my video, so they are nodes. And if you want to sit through this lecture, you will refer to them as nodes and nothing else, else thou shall be punished by whip and cane. And also, if anyone else was doing this video, you probably would have finished drawing in paint by now. I just happen to really suck at it. Okay, yeah, who would have thought that paint actually was tough for me? Yeah, your expectations are high now. I can't use paint, so what are the video edits going to be like? Yeah, now you're worried. Wasting your old time and my time. Anyway, we're going to be Team Blurple, and we're going to take out Team Red. To do this, we're going to use the bottom lane. You got it? Top, middle, bottom. That's how it's referred to. We can walk past this node and this node, and there are no consequences whatsoever. They are our nodes and they are defending our part of the lane. When we get here though, we have to destroy this node because it's red's node defending red's part of the lane. The reason we want to destroy this node is because it lets us destroy this node, and once these nodes are destroyed, guess what, we can destroy the base. So the aim is to, and this is a technical term, push the lane. Now red team are also going to be pushing the lane, so they could be going here to destroy this. You don't just have to focus on one area. More often than not, you're going to have 1 or 2 teammates in this lane, one maybe, well it could be 1 or 2 in that lane and 1 or 2 in this lane. Typically it's teams of 5, so it means that every team, or it's teams of odd numbers depending on the size of the map, but it means that there's always going to be one lane that's always got fewer player characters in than the other lanes. Now, it seems like a fairly simple concept, but the tactics involved are incredible. You need to be attacking at the right time and also defending at the right time. This game also throws in different elements like how you build your character. You'll see a bit more of this in a minute, or in the next video I should say. The other tactical side and interesting part to a MOBA is that, yeah sure, you might be playing as Superman, but you're going to have to run away from fights. More often than not, you'll be surprised how much you need to run away. That doesn't sound right. You know, you're meant to be the superhero who can take... That's just how it is, guys. You will see me run away a lot. Probably because I suck. But I like to think of it as a tactical retreat. Anyway, you'll see what I mean. The best way for you guys to understand what a MOBA is actually to see me play it. I lie, the best way is to see a professional player play it, or to play it yourself. But guess what? You're stuck with me. So let me get this right. You actually wanted some gameplay footage. What? So did I? I would have loved gameplay footage. Sorry guys, I, the Emerald Patriot, have failed you. I goofed, I fumbled, I threw an interception. It was dirty, it was filthy. Just how filthy was it? Well, it was as filthy as the internal juices of an infected monkey's spleen. My bad. I'm going to give you guys some clarity on what the hell I'm talking about. Basically, this cacking feckin' piece of bollocks software decided that it would record the footage, it would put the file there, it would use up all of that hard drive space, and I'm talking gigs, because I record in 720, so it takes up a lot of memory. So all of that was there, it clearly got everything, there were no issues during the filming, but it wouldn't let me open the goddamn file. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a second go at it. Unfortunately, it means you've missed a lot of footage and an explanation that I gave when we started playing, which was basically, I used to play on the European servers, I should say. I'm now living in Canada, so I'm playing on North American servers. I could have transferred my details over. I thought it'd be better just to start fresh, kind of document it all with you guys. Yeah, all of that's gone. So anyway, let's forget that. That's now in the past. I won't blame this fucking software again. And we'll actually get you some gameplay. I haven't uploaded anything to YouTube yet. Obviously, this is my first video, but I'm sure I can work it out. And right here is going to be one of those little annotation boxes. This will take you straight to the first gameplay video. Until then, thank you for joining me on my very first ever YouTube video. It's been an introduction a little bit to me, but into Infinite Crisis and what MOBAs are. Well guys, let's get playing.